In fact, if you have read the Levitical laws, one of the instructions that God gives to the children of Israel, if you read Deuteronomy, is that when it comes to the subject of worship, it is exclusive. It is exclusive to God and Him alone. So again and again, as you flip through the pages of scripture, you would hear very strong words like, you shall worship no other God except me. So worship is reserved for God. Sometimes I observe the way we worship. When we are worshiping God, the majority of us are indifferent. When we are worshiping God, some of us even sit down and cross our legs and fold our arms. Let me submit to you that when it comes to the subject of worship, there are only 5 acceptable postures, and folding of arms is not one of them. Crossing of legs is not one of them. Being indifferent is not one of them. Worship is so important for Him that He is looking for people to worship Him. The first acceptable posture of worship is standing. The second acceptable posture of worship is kneeling. The third acceptable posture of worship is lifting up of hands. That is the third acceptable posture of worship. Every time worship is mentioned in scripture, it's either people standing, it's either people kneeling, it's either people lifting up their hands to worship Him. The fourth acceptable posture of worship is to prostrate before Him. Is to prostrate before Him. You fall down face first to worship. And the fifth posture of worship that is accepted before the Lord is when your hands are stretched forth. Among all of this, there is nowhere mentioned where people sit during worship and cross their legs. And until we begin to understand these things, only then will we become beneficiaries of what worship does every time God's people assemble.